All right, what up, everybody? I'm here with Michael Palacios. Well, I'm the owner of Heatwave CrossFit here. I'm going to open up and just start interviewing members and things, just kind of get them out in the community and hear their story. I'm a huge advocate of CrossFit. I've been doing it for 10 years, opened up this business, and I just want everybody to know like what it's about and how it can help just everybody across. Like, we'll learn more about it right here. Michael, and what we're going to do is kind of learn about one, who's he? Where did he come from, and why he's here. So, Michael, welcome, and let's go. First question of how'd you end up in Mojave County, Bullhead City area?
Yeah, so I moved down here about a year and a half ago from Las Vegas. Just kind of wanting a different change of pace, different lifestyle.
Slightly different here.
Yeah, a little different than Las Vegas, that's for sure.
And then where'd you grow up at?
I grew up in Southern California.
Yeah. And then what? So what do you do?
I'm the chief technology officer for a risk management consulting company.
Right on.
So I get to work from home. So.
And then, so did you work from home when you were in Vegas?
Not initially. I was working in the office, and then I started working from home and realized that I could do that from anywhere. I didn't need to.
Yeah. All right. So working from home, what brought you into CrossFit?
I turned 37, and I started just feeling like I was leading this sedentary lifestyle that was just negatively affecting my health. Like I just felt like I was getting older, and I was getting more aches and pains, and just not feeling like I used to when I was in my 20s.
Yeah. And then, so, yeah, all right. So you're just like, okay, well, I need to find something.
Yeah, and I've done some jogging and some cardio throughout the years, but I never really had a serious practice to focus on fitness like in a real way.
Yeah.
So, I was looking at local options. I was thinking maybe I'll join the gym, see what's out here,
Yeah.
And there's some gyms just kind of like you find anywhere else.
Yeah.
And I never tried like group fitness classes or anything like that, so I thought I'd give it a try.
Right on.
And you guys came up.
So you searched gyms, and it was like, okay, this was an option.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about CrossFit
Yeah.
when I started.
Yeah, right on. And then, so what was your past? What have you done in the past? You were talking about running and things, but like growing up, were you into sports or anything?
I did, like when I was really young, I did Little League and, basketball and stuff like that. And then when I was maybe in middle school, I got really into equestrian sports, like kind of jumper and stuff like that. So I did have a pretty serious involvement in that for a while. Right. But then as soon as I graduated high school, I started having to get into the workforce. That went by the wayside. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you want to get into that, like it's nonstop.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's a whole.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah. You're in the barn all the time. So.
Right. Yeah. Cool. And then so you get in here. What do you think?
When I first started, gosh, it was intimidating.
Yeah.
I didn't do any barbell work before, so learning all of that at 37 with not really a foundation of strength or anything.
Right. So you've never weightlifted before?
Never did any weightlifting.
Okay. And so this is like just kind of the go in with this is he started with we started with a PVC pipe, and then we have 15-pound trainer bars, and so he's coming in here like he's talking about, a 37-year-old man coming in here with a 15-pound barbell, so it can be very intimidating, and that's what's hard as a trainer, because it's like you need to start out with that PVC pipe because you don't have a background of lifting, and then but you also have these ladies in here who are lifting and other gentlemen like lifting hundreds of pounds.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people that are very skilled.
Yeah,
doing this for a lot of years.
Yes. Yeah, so because we've been in this location for 10 years, so some of them have been here lifting weights for 10 years. And when you do something that long for 10 years, it's like, okay, they make it look so easy, and then you come in here and it's like, why do I not feel like it's this easy with such light weight, right?
Yeah, I think I started in the middle of an Olympic weightlifting cycle too, so I'd be Googling in the morning, like, what are these movements?
Yeah, right.
There's all vocabulary.
Right. You want to have as much, you want to get ahead of the game and be like, okay, how can I, what are the different tips that I can use? Right. And so, but I mean, we've got a coach here all the time, and so I remember with Michael, he was in the 6 a.m. class, and I coached you through, and it was a struggle because you have old habits or different things where it's like, okay, I want to get through this, and yeah, you definitely overcame it. But so how did you overcome it?
Well, the instruction was great. You know, I felt like I learned so much in the first few months and just continued to learn all the time about how to do these movements. But I felt with that instruction that I was very confident to start building that foundation and eventually getting to the point where I could start lifting some real weights.
Right. But when you came in and you were doing the 15-pound bar, like were you, this isn't for me?
Yeah, I mean, those thoughts definitely went through my head. I was like, wow, this is way more intense on the barbell aspect than I thought.
Yeah.
You know, because I didn't really know anything about what CrossFit was all about when I went into it. And
right.
That's now my favorite part. So.
Yeah. When you do it long enough, you just love it. Yeah. And with that, and then like it took them. I mean, it wasn't too long before it's like, okay, I've got the form down. Let me add a little bit of weight, and then add a little bit of weight, and then you just get more comfortable with it for sure. And then, but like, what kept you coming in though?
I immediately started to see just like better sleep. I was just starting to feel better, and that kept me coming in. Plus, anytime you start something new, I feel like you have to give yourself the space to kind of commit to it for a certain period of time, give it a try, you know, to at least, like if you just, after that first initial reaction, you say, oh, I don't think this is for me,
right,
and you'll never get anywhere in doing anything.
Yeah.
So I committed to saying, okay, I'm going to try this for at least 6 months and just see how it goes.
Yeah. And 6 months is quite a long time to try and be. But I mean, at that point, it didn't take you 6 months to be like, this is for me.
No, I think after about a month or two, I realized, okay, I can do this.
Yeah.
And this is going to be a long road.
Yeah.
And it's going to take a whole bunch of other changes that I hadn't originally planned on. But this is going to be like a whole lifestyle change.
Yeah.
There's going to be dietary changes in the sleeping schedule.
Right.
Everything.
And the little background about Michael is he's probably might be top attendance, like just most dedicated athlete here. So it's like, I mean, you've got a couple people who are as much, if not, well, there's nobody more because you're here every day, but sometimes 6 days a week.
Yeah, sometimes 6 days
yeah,
a week.
right. So
and
it's
I
like
think when I started, it was maybe I committed to maybe 2 days a week, and then added a third, and then was realizing, okay, you know, I feel recovered enough now that I can maybe try 4 days, and then it became 5 days.
Do you think that helped you with how long your journey has been, and not just going, I need a lifestyle change, I'm going 6 days a week?
Yeah, I think if I could have burned out. I think if I went too hard, too fast. So I think that kind of easing into it and making sure that I was giving myself enough time in between to recover and then get back in.
Right, yeah. So you were sore?
Yeah. And that still happens.
Yeah, that's the funny thing about it. It's just kind of like those people, if you do CrossFit 2 times a week, you're just asking to be sore for the rest of your life because you don't get enough mix of like letting your body flush out, kind of like ease into it.
But your body does adapt
to
these kind of changes. So if you want to take on being able to do more volume of training, you have to do more volume of training.
Yeah, yeah. And so how did your body change when you came in? You were talking about you saw changes and things in your sleep patterns and things. How else did your body change?
I did start to notice like physical changes in like, my shoulders were starting to look a little stronger, stuff like that within maybe the first 3 months. And then I feel like after about 6 or 7 months, I realized that I needed to focus more on diet if I really wanted the aesthetic changes that I was looking for to manifest. That I was going to have to focus a lot more on nutrition and feeding my body enough to support all the training that I wanted.
And that's what I wanted to go into is just now, like, you came in at 150.
Yeah, I think I was like 157.
Yeah, and so you don't mind me talking about how much you weigh now? Like, yeah, how much you weigh now?
I'm like 187.
Yeah, so 40 pounds of just.
Yeah, I was really underweight, and it kind of surprised me how underweight and under muscle I was for my height and 6 foot. So being under 160 is kind of on the low side. Right.
But just not realizing that about how much muscle you could gain. But then, so how did you, when you started changing your nutrition, how did that change?
I used to think about eating just as far as like eating as little as possible to try to not gain weight. And that completely fell apart when I started adding in resistance training because there's just no way to there's no way to keep that up.
Right.
And focusing on eating enough protein and eating enough calories to support my training.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It goes from like, okay, I need to eat this, I need to eat this, to like, or like not enough, or these calories, that's too much, I can't have that. You know, that's now it's more like
it surprised me at first, like how much I really needed to eat.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Like you're full a lot. Yeah. And that's what's interesting about Michael is just kind of like we went from just pounding the protein, and then now you're on creatine.
Yep.
And then for just to monitor this though, because you don't want to just look at a scale and be like, okay, it's going up, that's a good thing, but we do the in-body. And with you, what do you see with that?
Oh, that was really, when I started using the in-body, that was the turning point with, not just focusing on that overall number of your total body weight, because it doesn't really tell you the breakdown between your body fat and your muscle mass. So being able to focus on nutrition and then seeing the changes in muscle mass, and the in-body basically gave me those insights, gives me the ability to track month over month, so you think about every 4 weeks.
Yeah. Now, I mean, we started doing it more often, like I think it was like every 2 weeks, just so you can see like, hey, is this the creatine, is the protein, am I getting enough there?
Yeah.
Are we seeing the right changes? And then we adjusted it later to be like, okay, I'm kind of dialed in, now I can go here.
Yeah, because then you change your diet over the course of a few weeks, see if it's working, and then make adjustments as needed.
Yeah.
Like even in the last 4 weeks, I didn't really increase muscle mass from measurement to measurement.
Right.
So it was it made me realize like, I actually need to continue to increase the amount of protein that I'm eating.
And it's just bizarre. Like people are like, oh, I can't eat that much, or like it is hard. Like you're eating 2 pounds of meat a day. I mean, if you want to keep gaining muscle, I mean, you're probably already at 100 pounds of muscle, and it's to maintain that, to increase that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of food.
It's a lot of food.
Yeah. And so now you're just entered in your first competition.
Yes.
So it's been 2 years. Is it 2 years? Coming up on 2 years.
I want to say, it's like a year and 8 months or something.
Yeah.
So it's been almost 2 years.
Yep. And then you're doing your first competition. What do you think about that?
I like that. It kind of takes me back to like going to horse shows and stuff when I was a kid. Having something to train towards gives you like an objective.
Yeah.
There's things to focus on even in the last 2 months. Just seeing the workouts for the competition, and then focusing on bench press or focusing on pull-ups or whatever it is. I noticed that even with Murph over Memorial Day, like just focusing on push-ups, pull-ups, and squats, I got a lot fitter just in the conditioning leading up to not embarrassing myself.
Being able to survive.
Being able to get through it.
Yeah, for sure. And so now, what are you thinking? You're excited for this, and then what else? What other goals do you have? Like after this, what's next?
Well, I think there's another one in January.
Oh yeah, you're already set for Havasu, right? Yeah, this competition's the life, huh?
Yeah.
Good. And then
do better in the open maybe next year.
There you go. Yeah. And then if you're unfamiliar, we have all these kind of benchmark workouts where Murph is a benchmark workout. It's over Memorial Day weekend, and it's in memory of Michael Murphy. And then we have those couple competitions in there, and then we always have benchmarks. So it's like, when Michael does a workout, he can just be like, all right, we're going to re-see that in 6 months. So now I'm going to work towards that, and then just getting fitter all the time. So we have the in-body to check that. We've got benchmark workouts. What's your favorite workout?
Maybe Grace. It's 30 clean and jerks for time. So
when you started, when you first did that, do you even know what weight you did?
I think it was with an empty barbell.
Yeah. And you were probably still around.
And I don't even know if I've still done it at 135 at the benchmark weight.
Yeah.
So.
But when you did 30 clean and jerks with a barbell, do you know what your time was? Roughly?
It was terrible. It was like over 5 minutes.
Oh, over 5, yeah. And then now, you just did it with 115 or 95?
115
at
like 2.5 minutes.
So you added all that weight and still still got faster at it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. No wonder why you like that workout. All right.
No, I like those benchmark workouts
Yeah.
because you can always challenge yourself to do better, as you can see how other people are able to compare in their performance on those. And there's just the way the CrossFit programming is set up, there's always opportunities for continual improvement in that way.
Yeah.
So I think that's what keeps it interesting.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right, Michael. Till next time. Thanks, brother.
Yeah, thank you.